Hi, welcome. I'm Denise O'Malley, the founder of You Define Wellness. I am delighted that you could be here today for Transitions 2021. Jayne, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor that if I start cutting out or freezing, would you just get your hands moving or something, catch my attention?
Okay.
And I'll turn off my video. But I wanted this part to be for you to see my face. I will turn off my video elsewhere. You know, life happens. And today I had a power outage an hour ago in our neighborhood. And so we punt, we adjust, but isn't that what we do in business every single day? Now, I want to explain why we're doing this session before I introduce my beautiful co-host here. You Define Wellness, we cater to three stakeholder groups. One are independent health and wellness professionals. The other is the general public, but the third one is you guys, the human resource professionals of the world. And we have an employee benefit program for healthy living that I spent hardly any time talking about today. But what we've known over the past year and a half is you guys have had your plates full. And you really need to be commended for the work that you've been doing, because you've been called into service to do things that you were never trained to do, that anyone was ever trained to do. And it's been tough. So we stepped back and said, you know what? We're going to quit knocking on doors and saying, hey, you want to add another benefit program for your employees, which would not be my sales pitch, but the same essence. And instead say, how can we support you? Can we provide resources to you? And that's what this morning session is going to be all about. It's all about you. It's all about helping you find resources that perhaps you never knew existed before in a completely different vein. And we're going to stay away from the issues that you're dealing with on a daily, but concentrate on things that still are really, really important. And so we're going to get going, but I want to introduce to you my co-host. My co-host is Jayne Sanders, who is the owner.
Yeah, I own it.
Help me, Jayne is a purpose whisperer. Yikes. This tells you what my morning has been like, that I know her business so well, and I can't even remember the name of it right at the moment. So Jayne, thank you for saying yes to stepping up and doing this today. I really appreciate you.
Well, we always have fun and deliver value. So that's what's really important.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And I do own Purpose Whisper. So you didn't say anything wrong.
Oh, good. I know. I just had a brain fart for a moment and I couldn't get it on my mouth. But I want to love on you for a minute about how wonderful you are, your background. So Jayne is a master scientific hand analyst. Now, what that means is that she's one of the best in the country, if not the best. I will say she is, but I don't know too many of you. I know a few. Jayne is such an accomplished professional. She has been featured in a number of major magazines. She sat on the stage with John Gray. Jayne, you have gotten around, I got to tell you, and been able to showcase your expertise. But people are probably wondering, what is a master scientific hand analyst?
Well, the work, people think automatically that it's palm reading because I do read hands, but it is scientific. The lines in your hands actually mimic the neural pathways in your brain. Very, very accurate. That's why it was featured in Forbes, and it reveals your innate life purpose, how you're meant to make a difference in the world, and the gifts you have to help you make that difference, and the blind spots tripping you up in all aspects of your life. So it's pretty much everything about who you are and why you're here. No predictions, but very comprehensive, very deep, profound, and actionable.
So you get to learn about who you are. And just so you guys know, I'm turned off my video when I'm getting this message saying my internet connection is unstable. How is this different than, we're going to have an expert in disc profiles on in a few minutes, but how is it different than that or the Myers-Briggs, and how does that work in the workplace? Because I know some employers are coming to you saying, hey, help us out.
Mm-hmm. There are several differences, and I've been involved with DISC and Myers-Briggs. And first of all, those don't identify purpose. That's the big thing that scientific hand analysis is known for. And the results from a hand analysis are independent of how questions on assessments are written, because there aren't any questions on the assessment, or how the person interprets the questions that they're filling out on assessment, or the mood they're in when they're taking the assessment. So it's all independent of that. And it really engenders a lot of trust because people know it's etched in their hands and it's an expert third party that's interpreting that. And I think I'm as highly certified as possible. And I think that makes a difference as well. Gives people trust in it. Did I answer your questions about how?
Yeah, you did. I think you did. Good answers. I appreciate that. We'll get more about your business out in our panel discussion that we're going to be doing here in just a little bit. I know we started a little bit late, so if you wouldn't mind, let's go ahead and move